Hey, it's Mason from UPW Capital. Please take note of the risk disclaimer. Everything provided in the video is strictly for educational purposes. Please also hit the subscribe button, like and share the video with your friends and your family. The content to be covered for today's video: quick introduction, the basic requirements for getting the most out from this amazing simulation tool. I will show you how to get the tool, install it and use it. And finally, a quick fire summary. Are you someone who can't afford Forex mentorship, courses, or paid signals, strategies, etc.? Are you someone who's struggling with trading, or a beginner? Are you someone who has quit trading entirely as there was no hope? Are you an experienced trader looking for more turbo in your skills? Are you looking for more trading confidence? Are you an employee or business owner looking to learn faster and quicker? Then this video is just for you. Basic requirements for getting the most out from this amazing simulation tool. In order for this trading tool to be highly effective, one must understand the financial markets or trading basics very well. This can be an understanding of ranging or trending markets, reading price charts well, knowing about currency correlations, candlestick patterns, psychological or critical levels. Take as much time as you need to learn from my other YouTube videos. Read stock and forex trading textbooks, trading articles, and anything you can get your hands on. I will leave the links for my important videos in the YouTube description box, so please check that out. In essence, be a learning machine. You can test Elliott wave, harmonic patterns, price action or candlestick patterns, indicators, or any other strategies with this tool. You can easily find these strategies or any other strategies from YouTube, Google, and then simulate and test them. Remember that we don't need to rush to be a millionaire in 3 months. Give yourself time and know great things take time. You will be able to know how the strategy performs by testing it over historical data. Knowing the returns or performance of your strategy from historical data is extremely beneficial as we use it as a foundation or base to trade in the current market conditions. We generate trading confidence by testing or simulating over and over again. The market mentors us if you look at it this way. If you require more historical data for testing, please try using Google, ask friends who have a full version of TradingView, or ask your Forex broker if they can assist. The data file source is normally in comma separated values or CSV. Please note, I am not affiliated with the website that provides the full version tester or simulator. I'm sharing this tool as it is extremely helpful. I personally made my comeback into live trading this year after quitting in 2016, so I give a lot of credit to this trading tool. Let's go to the website. We are on fxblue.com. You can see we have the apps section. We have the FX Blue Trading Simulator for MetaTrader 4. This is what you would download. We have an online user guide, and if you download this free tool, it will come with a PDF guide to show you in depth how to use the tool. If we install or download this tool, you'll see we have the FX Blue Trading Simulator PDF and the exe file. So we need to double click this file. You must have your MetaTrader 4 already installed. In my case, I'm going to choose my broker. Then you click install. It tells you the software has been successfully installed, which is great. Now we can open up our broker. In my case, I have the expert advisor already open. I'm going to close that. I need you to go to view and strategy tester. Under expert advisor, you can see we have indicator or expert advisor. So the FX blue is an expert advisor. If you go to expert properties, please take note. The initial deposit varies between 500 to 50,000. Please use the figure that you can afford to lose for your testing purposes. Please don't use money that you don't have. Very important. If you go to inputs, while we have with respect to positions, we're going to use long and short, which means long is buy, short is sell, and the rest we can leave as is. I'm choosing US dollar as the base currency, as the main currency. If we go to inputs, important to bring to your attention is pause tester. You can see, because I've used this tester before, the box has already been ticked. If you look at the green tick, disappeared and now reappeared. And in my case, double clicking on the right hand side here brings no pausing. Pause when a stop loss or take profit is hit. You can see other options. In my case, I use pause at the start of each bar, and the same is applied to this end right here. And then finally on this right hand side, I select pause at start of each bar. I've also selected different offline charts. I'll give you a basic overview on how to use it. In order to use the offline chart, you tick it. So you simply tick it like that. And we need to make the values true. So we have a true value right here, another true value here. And on this right hand side, generally my platform, I can't change anything on this right hand pane here, so I leave as is, but it does work. Then we can say save, and then we can say OK. And if you finally go to optimization, I leave everything as is. And let's look at the basic structure of our panel right here. We have symbol Euro USD, and if you move to the right hand side, you can have a look. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, about 5 different financial instruments in this drop down tab. The model, I basically use control points, a very crude method based on the nearest or less time frame. I have the use date and I have visual mode both activated. If you look at the from tab right here, I'll be selecting the date as per my historical data. I will explain that to you. And then 2 will be the day that we are on. In our case, we are on the 26th. We can select that. And then visual mode, you can look at this slider. It moves from 1 all the way to 32. So this controls the speed of the simulating tool. In the middle, we have a pause button. I'll show you how to use that. And we have a skip to function. So this can help you move forward in time. Looking at symbol properties, open chart, modify expert. So we're on the right hand side. I ignore those 3. And if you're looking at period, we have a daily which is selected. So I'm going to do some testing for you. I'll just show you the basics on the daily chart. We can go right to 1 minute, M1 1 minute, M30 30 minutes, and you can see there are different periods. And I also use the spread of current. There are other options if you would like to use different options. I leave that as is. Let us look at tools. If you go to tools on the MetaTrader 4 platform and history center, which is F2, by clicking the tab, you come to Euro USD and you come to the different instruments from the broker. And let us open Euro USD. If you click the 15-minute chart, you can see we have a gold or yellow and green figure activated. We have a database of 13,848 records. That's it. So we go from 24th of the 12th 2021 all the way to 7th of the 6th 2021, which is, you can see it's highlighted in blue, so that's the time period from 07th 06th 2021. Can you see the from here? So we can actually plug in that date, and then 2 will be the last date that we have. In our case, we have data for the 24th, so we can go to 24th of the 12th 2021. If I am too fast for you, please rewatch the video again, or alternatively please comment on the YouTube video and I'll answer your questions. So let us look at the daily chart. In our case, it's already activated. Double clicking leads us to the database, which has 6,258 records. We start on the 24th as mentioned, and in our case, the oldest date we have is around the 12th of the 12th 1997. Very important. So we're going to be testing quite a long period, which means more trading confidence. It's very important to test as much data as possible. As you can see on this tab of the history center, we have a download button. You can download data if MetaTrader 4 has it. It will automatically update this table and bring in more data. And in our case, we have an import button. If you download data from Google or your source, it will appear here. Go to browse, you open up your browse function and you'll be able to extract the file, and it would appear in the table right here. If you would like to export this data and keep it for yourself, you can actually export it too. Let us close again. In my case, because I've been using the simulating tool before, I have a 4-hour chart already open. So let us quickly go to File and open offline. A little while earlier I mentioned that we have the offline charts. In our case, I already have my 4-hour chart. You can see a gold or yellow activation button. You can activate other charts if you wish. So in this case it wouldn't work because I haven't started the simulator, so that's fine. So let us look at running the simulator. What's important to bring to your notice? Just press the start button and see what happens. On our left hand side, the terminal cannot load, so this is an error, but it gives you the solution. It tells you please turn on or allow DLL imports. So you simply go to Tools, Options, and you come to Expert Advisors or EA, and you click this box and you press OK. Now for this thing to work, you would have to close your MetaTrader 4 terminal and reopen it. Right, so we're back. Again, we have a connection status right here. We need to be connected to the internet. And in our case, we're going to be testing the daily chart under period. Let us press start and see what happens. We're waiting for the simulator tab to appear on your left hand side. It's loading. Right, here we go. In my case, the simulator is already installed or shows simulator paused. In your case, you would have to use your password and your username that you created under fxblue.com. So that information is actually used here, and then you would have simulator paused showing up here. Let us go to the pause button, which is right in the middle, or you can simply unpause the simulator. You can see one bar has moved. Let me load a template for myself. I prefer using this template. These are my favorite colors. You can go to the bottom. There's also a unpause button right here. Click it, and you can notice that we have one bar which moves and then it stops. And if I want to move again another bar, I have to keep on pressing the unpause button. So to bypass this challenge, I normally go to skip to and then look at the date. Next to skip to is this tab for date, and I find the oldest date. So the date must be older than 1998. I'll just pick a random date before the last data available based on the historical charts. Select the first, and then I'll press skip to. Now immediately you would have noticed that the yellow pane that was here has disappeared. Now let's look at how the simulator works. So I unpause, and you can see we are now moving free flow. Let's look if I can place some trades. In our case, price has closed lower than this previous structure right here. I'm gonna go for a sell trade. The expectation that price would move lower. As you can see, I've pressed sell on this. Let's do it again. I'll be choosing my lot size, which will be the smallest lot size available, which is 0.01. I can simply press the sell button, confirm sell, and it will be yes. Then I unpause the simulator, and you'll notice we have a sell trade right here. Now going to the gear icon, which is blue in color, I click it, and I'm able to edit this trade. I can either place the stop loss on this pane, or I can come to the edit button as I've shown, and I can place a stop loss. It can be a fixed price. In my case, I want to use an ATR stop loss, placing a 12 pip, or rather 122 pip stop loss from the high of the candle. So that's how I use my ATR. One ATR is 122 pips. We're going to approximately use 1.168, and then we're going to say that's stop loss. Again, we need to unpause the simulator, and then you'll notice we have a stop loss right here. So one can actually move it up and down by simply doing this, and then you can see our pane here shows a circle which is moving Then we simply unpause it. You'll notice our stop loss has moved. This is a very exciting tool to use. Once you get to understand it, you'll be on fire. As you can see, USD plus 0.03, we've made 3 cents so far. If we lose the trade, USD minus 0.37, the loss will be taken. Let the simulator move. And increase the speed. We made it very fast and then I reduced the speed. I've already made 42 cents. And now print my stop loss, break even, or pay myself a little money. In my case, I paid myself 2 cents. I'm quite happy for that. Let us go to the offline charts. Double click and we have the 4-hour chart. And if you go to arrange windows, which is right here, we have different time frames available. Some are old time frames that I've used before, so they're irrelevant. Let us choose the 4-hourly. Quickly load the template. This is the current date we are on. The last candle is 1999.0303. And if you go to our daily chart, you can see we are at that date too. You can actually enter on the 4-hour chart. So this is the advantage of the. Let's go back to the 4-hour chart. You can use this specific price area to enter. If you decided to enter right here, whatever reason, you would go to the pane on the daily chart. And actually use it as a dual screen. And close the rest. So we have both the 4-hour and we have the daily, which are visible together. So you can enter based on this price line, which is 1.09416. But you would use the pane from this chart here. So you'd simply sell if you wanted to sell using the advanced entry technique, or trying to reduce your stop loss size by using the 4-hour chart. So this is how one can use the offline charts. Again, if you have any questions, please contact me on the comments. I'll be more than willing to help you. Moving back to the daily chart, we've made some money. Again, you can see this blue gear icon. You can actually go to account information. I've noticed that sometimes that this stop loss and entry bars disappear from the chart, sometimes due to data or connectivity. So you simply go to, you click right here on sell 0.01 lots, and you can see we open up a web page dialog. And again, SL stop loss, TP take profit. And here you have trailing stop. You can make adjustments right here. In our case, let's close this order. So we're happy with our 43 cents. You can see we have a circle in the middle which rotates, and then we need to unpause the simulator. Now if you go to the bottom left hand side, you see First is called settings, the next one is results. We have a graph followed by report and journal. Going back to results, we've made 43 cents, so we now have $500.43. What I recommend is you right click and you see copy all, and then let us look for our Excel sheet. Here we go, and then you paste. So we're going to call this our trading journal. You see how fast that was. This is now our trading journal, and if you want to look at your strategy performance, we've made 43 cents. You'll have a whole bunch of trades loaded on this Excel spreadsheet, and you can simply come and use the sum tool. So what you do is you drag on this column and you select it, and then you go to sum, and this is how you actually get the performance of the strategy. You click sum, and then it will give you, in our case it's already 43 cents because it's the only trade that we've taken. But you can come here and make sure that we are on I1, so it must start from I1, and you finish at whichever value you finish off with. Our summary. We can easily and quickly test different strategies and get their returns or performance. Understanding the forex market basics is extremely important to get the most out of the trading simulator. Test, simulate as much as possible, as this will help increase your trading confidence. Never rush yourself to make money fast, but rather rush yourself to build the most confidence over time. Money comes with a lot of time and effort, and any claims about learning trading in 3 days, 1 week, a month are misleading and total lies. Always be patient with yourself and learn to love yourself, even if you are struggling. You got this. Good luck and fly high and never say die. So we've come to the end of our video. Until the next video, goodbye.